with jet sweep pass. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC.
It's complete. A huge pickup. Flying out to the left. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Moving out of the pocket. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Dropping back, it's Ellington. Into the end zone. And that pass intercepted. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll leave it with him. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll try the run. After the filthy move, he's got room. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's going to take off. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And here comes the offense on second down. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Finds his back in the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Bulldogs are on the move. Leaves it with the back. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Going up top on first down. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Rashada. Finds his big tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. There have been many days for the Razorbacks where big plays from the quarterback came by running like Matt Jones, but that was a beautiful throw.
Man, I played against Matt Jones. Played him in the SEC championship game my sophomore year. We beat him 30-3, by the way. Just side note, but just dynamic player. But you're right. Always ground team, ground and pound. When they got that ability to keep some balance, these teams can open up, and Arkansas can have great seasons.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Ellington. He's moving out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Now adjusting. Sails one into the middle. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia.
Yeah, how about that, man? Fourth down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Worthy. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Finds him out of the backfield. At the 45, on his way. Hit the afterburners, kid. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. And the Razorbacks trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Pressure coming. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we've played one quarter.
Georgia, 14. Arkansas, 0.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking to throw, it's Ellington. Fires into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
I love the way this defense is fighting down here close to their own goal line, right? They get a sack on the first play. Great coverage on the second one, knocking it away. Here comes a huge third down.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Arkansas! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So a drive there of 85 yards, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Coming out with it, it's Bitonio. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
And now on second down for this offense. To the air, it's Rashada. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Fires to the tight end. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, 3rd and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
The Dogs will have it 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's White. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. A little release to the back. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Quickly to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And first down for the offense.
He wants to throw. Using the quick game. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Dogs headed quickly to the line.
First and goal, 3 up for the Bulldogs.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
They'll go to the ground. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He's going to bring it out from deep. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Dogs! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this...
Can anyone catch him? Inside the 10. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Florida State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Doak Campbell Stadium, one of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to the Astronauts. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's looking to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football, early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Quick pass on the jet motion. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Georgia going up tempo. Little touch pass to the receiver. Inside the 35. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup it. And down he goes back at the 3.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front the point of attack. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Coming after it. Soft spot in the middle. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
And it's caught! Touchdown Bulldogs!
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Send that offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. To throw, it's Ellington. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there. Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
He fires one deep over the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On fourth down, looking to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And the ball is intercepted. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Razorbacks will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bitonio. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Open space at the 25. All kinds of running room. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Dogs! And the pummeling has started.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative and play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll go with a direct snap. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counter?
Nothing but green ahead. Inside the 30. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Dropping back, it's Ellington. Skips away from pressure. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Arkansas! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And they'll try to tack on two. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He gets it in there for the 2, and they'll chop a couple off that lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart.
Number 31 set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Bitonio. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't...
The expressway is wide open. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Quick pass on the fly motion. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Offense lining up quickly. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Look out, he's got room. Puts him in the spinner, still running. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field.
325.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Second and 10 after the previous play. Wants to throw. It's Rashada. He's right on target. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And this QB has been on top of it. He's made good reads. You could tell, taking care of the football, put up a lot of yards. He's over 350 on the day now.
They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Third and goal from way back there. The aerial assault continues. Unleashes to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
Lets it fly. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Makes the catch, and he's brought down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Ellington. Going for 6. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. On second down, he'll let it fly. Keeps looking downfield. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Purdue is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 24 to Kentucky. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run it from the gun. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays.
Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the ground with the back. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Bulldogs are flying down the field. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's the handoff. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 49, Arkansas 29.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They go to the ground. Tackled, but he has a first down.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Running back searching for a hole. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide out in motion. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Georgia going up tempo.
Now, a fourth down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Holds it in. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. You can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their...
Sends it downfield. He's got it inside the 30. Right down the gut of the field. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Arkansas, 35.
He'll bring it out. It's Bitonio. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. And he breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just...
Grabs it inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
To the air. It's Rashada. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Extending the play. He'll let one go down the right side. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
He's going to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense.
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
And How about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he muffs it, a loose football. Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it and they'll maintain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Fires to the right. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Looking downfield, it's Ellington. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Touchdown, Dogs! And the route is on.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia Tech has just had no answers today. You should see what Yellow Jacket greats like Calvin Johnson are saying on social media right now. Talk about unhappy. They're trailing by 14 to Wake Forest. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks. He wants to go deep. Makes the catch on the left. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Quarterback floating away from pressure. At the 35, he's open. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Looking to throw, it's Ellington. Going for it all. And it's intercepted in the end zone. No, he's out of bounds. Oh, so close to stopping the drive with a turnover in the end zone. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast.
Looking for the end zone. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He'll take the deep shot. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.